back to the Reassembled podcast. My name is Jacob. I'm here on the couch with my co-hosts.
Sarah Dingle.
I'm Brandon Michael Maddox.
Captain America, my favorite. I love this one.
Well, then you go ahead. Go ahead. Start it off.
I love this one. I forgot how much I loved this movie. I think it rocks. I think I like the time period. I think the periodness of it is just, it's a great period. You don't get enough of those. I love this period.
So then going.
I mean, it wasn't a good time for like people of color. I'm just saying like, I liked.
It was World
right
War
off
II,
the bat with Jacob. There we go.
Was
Clip that.
legitimately 1942.
Yeah, very, very not good time. But I
Yeah.
liked,
What's going on?
It's got a vibe to it. It's got a vibe
haven't
to
heard.
it.
Am I behind?
Did Captain America know?
What was happening? I'm
Like,
sure.
Did he? Did we know at the time that like Nazis were doing like?
Yeah, that's why they were fighting the war.
No. We were fighting a war, but I don't know if we knew about right away until we like.
We didn't know the extent of it.
Okay, but we knew
Nor
that things were
did-
going bad. Well, obviously, that's not what I meant.
What do I think about Nazi Germany?
No. What did Captain America know when he was fighting?
I don't think it necessarily mattered what they were fighting.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Captain America, I think Steve Rogers, as a character at the very beginning of the film, is so hell-bent on enlisting
Mm-hmm.
because he's trying to, he has this whole thing where he's trying to prove himself and he doesn't like bullies, but it's also like he wanted to fight like his dad did. He was like trying to like be his dad.
Did his dad serve? I know that.
Yeah,
I really only
107th.
know about his mother. Oh, he
Well-
mentions it.
Real quick, the first one takes place between 1942 and 1945.
Right.
Okay.
World War II began in 1939, so he had to have been aware of this guy, Mr. A.H. So
Right.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, he's like, he's doing the show, he's punching Hitler. So it is
Yeah.
like, he is fighting. He's like,
Yeah.
he's
going
aware
in
he's
there.
not a painter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
He knows like the fight that he's going into. Do they know maybe specifically all the things that were doing? Maybe not.
I wonder what
then
Captain
they
America
know
like
that-
thinks about it.
Let's ask.
Well, I know that in the Avengers he mentions,
The last time I was in Germany,
well, I
I know.
saw a guy standing over, but he more specifically, they didn't mention what we had lost.
you're
That was
right.
one of his first lines. He's like, they said we won the war, but they didn't say what like we lost.
Mhm.
And I wonder if it's in reference to that. It's just interesting because, he's fighting both like for the country, but also, half of it's a personal fight too.
Right.
Over Bucky.
Rich, so my note-taking system is while I'm watching these films, I will write down just like my thoughts. Like the first thing in my head I write down.
That's what notes are.
I'll go back and like respond to myself, and then at the end I'll like summarize it.
Yeah.
That's what notes are. Okay. But I have written, this is an exact quote. Whoa, this is gay.
Yeah. They just
Yeah.
never commit. They just never
Yeah.
commit, but it's so gay.
Really romantic.
Oh, from start to finish.
You're
And
talking
I-
Steve and Bucky.
I
Absolutely.
elaborate on it on the
Damn.
back page.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's
Like,
that's
this
his
is my
whole character.
fanfic. Like,
Yeah,
this is-
I was like, the thing, like going into this movie, I think this is the first time I've like sat down and like actually watched it. I saw like the part of the film where he like transforms into Captain
Yeah.
America,
Sure.
and I saw and then I fell asleep and I saw the ending. So that's like, that's all I've seen. And I saw it while my friend's dad, who was legally blind and obsessed with Marvel, was watching it like that close to the TV. So it was like, I saw like half of the screen and then the back of my friend's dad's head. So that's how I experienced Captain America for the first time.
and that's how I watched it this time.
Right. It was kind of similar.
A true experience.
But like watching it again, I was like, oh my gosh, like I understand why there's so much fanfic. Like not
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
for Marvel, but like specifically for Captain America and Mr. Bucky Barnes. I get it now.
This is only the first one. Like,
Oh my god.
you know what I mean?
Well,
Oh my god.
careful. Careful. Careful.
Careful,
About that.
SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob.
See, I liked going off that is again, I don't think beginning with just Marvel in general, they never really got like I would say Edward Norton was like their biggest pull.
Sure.
I don't think Chris Evans was. I know he did like Fantastic Four. I guess he did Scott Pilgrim. Okay, he was a bit of a. He was a name, I would
He's
say.
like a B-list.
He made movies.
He was in movies.
He made movies.
But same thing with Sebastian Stan. I couldn't name any movie he was in pre-MCU. But I also...
I can't name any movie. He's in post-MCU.
Oh, he's in so much. He's in so much.
Is he really?
Yeah, I, Tonya. He just did that
Haven't seen
Donald
it.
Trump movie.
Oh, I haven't seen either of these. I've only seen...
Captain America.
Right, I've only seen the movies I was specifically instructed to watch.
No other movies ever other
No
than
other
that.
did
movies
that-
ever.
Her
slasher
letterbox
film?
has 4 movies right now.
He did that cannibal
Live
slasher
updates.
movie. Yeah, Sebastian Stan's good.
I mean,
He
I believe
is-
it. He was really selling the romance in this movie. He was like the second Steve Rogers got buff. He was like, forget about women.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I will follow you to the ends of the earth.
He would have done it even if he
Dude,
was skinny.
Sebastian's-
And
Right?
That's
If
true
it
love.
wasn't 1942, they would have made out sloppy.
Dude, Sebastian Stan, smash.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
I'm
fine.
not into him, but I would say that I can totally see
Not
their
your type.
romance. I can see their romance.
Yeah, I can't.
Also, I do a similar thing where we watch a movie. I just kind of like jot down quick notes or whatever.
Mhm.
Dude, the fucking Tucci's in this movie. I forgot
Uh-huh,
that he was in this
uh-huh.
movie.
Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci plays the mad scientist that gives Captain America his powers. The German that
Oh
gets
my
capped.
God.
The best part of any
Yeah.
movie ever. Him and Woody Harrelson. Anything they're ever in.
They had
Yeah.
such a like master and servant like type. Like, what's the name of the guy? Like the actual science man, not the Hydra dude that's in charge of it all. Like the big bad red man.
Red Skull.
Oh, Red Skull.
Oh, right, Red Skull. I
You
guess.
got half of it. Yeah, Red.
I'm bad with the character name, but the scientist guy who's like immediately below him, he gave such like
Oh, Armin Zola.
Smeagol energy.
Armin Zola.
Yes, master, I will make the potion for you, and we'll have a Superman.
Yes. That's him.
Yeah.
That is Armin Zola.
Which in
And he doesn't change. That's him the whole time.
Wow. I just feel like
Yeah.
he was so.
things.
That's exactly it.
which is
I'm fighting with.
which for reference in the comics he looks like this.
I'm see that kills.
That is Armin Zola in the comics.
That's you can see
Little different.
you can see like the parallels,
I mean, big head.
like how one gets to the other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, stuff.
So why does
So why is he just like a dude in this movie? What is Armin Zola's like? Why does he look like that?
he look like that in the comics?
Have you? What have you? How
I showed her
much-
this.
Why does Armin Zola look like that?
Yes. Oh wait,
I
I
can't-
forgot. My bad. My bad. Never
I
mind.
can't. I
talk
feel like
about
I'm gonna
it.
spoil so much if I.
Whoopsies. You're actually gonna find out very soon why he looks like that.
Oh, I guess.
Sorry,
Um,
don't want to spoil stuff.
Also, I totally forgot. Like, obviously, like I knew Red Skull was clearly in the movie,
yeah.
but like when Hugo Weaving walked down that opening scene looking like
Mhm.
M. Bison, dude, I was like, "Fuck!" I forgot Hugo Weaving's in the MCU,
Mhm.
and Tommy Lee Jones. Welcome back to comic book movies.
Super cool. Super cool to see Tommy Lee, and he's a great, just as like a general, quippy, funny, tough.
He
I love
looks
it.
like he does belong in that time, though.
Absolutely.
Wow.
No, you're absolutely right. He looks like my grandpa.
You guys took a lot more extensive notes in here. All I have is they're in love. This is gay. When are they gonna kiss?
Well,
Convenient zip line.
there could be. We are in the multiverse
That was
saga.
what?
Yeah,
We
can
are
we
in the
talk about the
multiverse
zip
saga.
line?
What about the zip line?
Oh my god! So they're about to get on the train,
Yes.
and
Rocking down it.
there's a zip line, and there's a moment in which I have my suspension of disbelief, and I let it happen,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, was the zip line there?
No, they
Did
put
they
it there.
find it? When did they have the time to discreetly in territory set up a full zip line with safeties?
No, that one made sense to me. I thought about it. I caught that too. When would they have put that up there?
Yeah.
But it makes sense. I think that if they were already there and they knew the train was going to come by, they could just run down, plug it in, and run back up.
Guy gets
None of
injected.
the are like, I wonder why there is a zip line above our train tracks.
You know, maybe it was a perfect timing.
That wasn't even a
Well, you
German
gotta
accent.
think.
I don't know what accent that
No,
was.
that was like a.
I wonder why there is a zip line.
It's like a German like villain voice.
I wonder why.
But you gotta think. This is a dude who gets stabbed, becomes a superhuman.
Yeah.
There's a villain with a red. I missed whatever that was. There's a guy with a red fucking skull as a head.
Yeah, it's right.
But we're gonna pick
Right.
on the fucking zip line. What time did they do that? There's a floating rock that can kill the earth.
Can
Fair enough.
SpongeBob actually talk?
Hmm?
I'm just saying, like, the
What?
suspension of disbelief. It's like,
Can SpongeBob actually talk, or are we all hallucinating?
You're
now?
right. That's what I'm saying. So, I
Right.
feel like I can see what you're saying about the zip line, but at the same time, it's like, it's a question to be had. How to get there?
They should have explained it because I remember thinking that too. They like started ziplining. I'm like, why is
This-
that there?
I was
They
like
put it
into
there.
it. I was like, ooh, yeah, spy, espionage. How did this happen? How did we get there?
Yeah.
Why is there a zip line over a train track?
I'm obsessed with the suit. Captain America's like war
Oh,
evolved
dude.
suit.
The World War II suit,
Oh yeah.
best suit he ever gets.
Can you
Oh, yeah.
imagine getting drafted into World War II? You're fighting for your life, right? You're bleeding. You've seen men die. You look
Mhm.
to your right, and it's this man
In a costume.
tights and a.
Who the fuck's this guy?
I think that because but him, imagine that guy, but you're bleeding out, and then he not only kills the bad guys but saves your life. Now it's like, oh my
Wait,
god,
if that
that's a
happened,
superhero.
I would have been convinced I was already dead.
That's special. That's special to have that type of effect over somebody. I feel like Captain America, because he was saving so many
Basically, when you're
lives,
dead.
he became, like one of those. I'm thinking like
Right.
Angel.
like
Wow,
he's
you
on
see
like
the
a little
sunlight
like
radiating
plant,
off of you. That's
and he's like
crazy.
standing up. Thank you, Chloe. And he's standing on like that pedestal. He just raises up, and it's like Captain America saved my life.
So that actually matches up. This point I have here is that this is another propaganda film.
What?
Another.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
another-
okay, wait.
Another,
This is
because
very interesting.
Iron Man was a propaganda film.
This is very interesting. Well,
Ooh.
this is very, very interesting to hear from you. I would like to hear more about this because I think that what they end up doing with Captain America makes what you just said very interesting.
I think Iron Man was, of course, we've talked about this. It's
Yeah.
the enemy is Afghanistan.
Yes.
This is about the Afghanistan war and the aftermath of 9/11 and yada yada yada. And this movie is so inherently political and so inherently about enlistment
Yeah.
that you kind of like try to forget that it's a little propaganda. They talk about Uncle Sam and all this stuff, and Captain America within the MCU becomes a propaganda symbol and is used to buy bonds, buy bonds, buy bonds.
Mm.
Go Captain America.
Yeah.
Like it's the most like in your face, this is about politics that you quite literally can get.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, it's also like you too can help this great nation and do the best thing you can do, which like the reason the final test that Steve Rogers passes to be gifted like his powers, like to become Captain America.
Throw himself on the grenade.
He throws himself on the grenade. He is rewarded literally for
For-
sacrificing his life for his country.
I always do think though, what if Tommy Lee Jones
Mm.
threw the grenade and he was like, "Fuck, that was the wrong one," and he
Roll
just fucking
credits,
blows up, and
dude.
he's like, "Who's the
like,
next last?
"Ooh."
Who's next in
Roll
line?"
credits, brother. 'cause
Let's
Let's
that's
see
where
what
the
the
guy
who
was-
is 90 pounds, 90 pounds, 90 pounds, 90 pounds, 90
Who's
pounds.
next?
That's so interesting.
To me in
That
the
is
corner.
exactly what happens. He has to like risk his life in order for them to be like,
Yeah.
you can get the
But
juice.
also, he did the flagpole.
He
Yeah.
cheated.
He does the flagpole, which is what's on that flag, though.
Jacob, don't
What's
fucking
on
start
that
with me
flag?
again. Here we go.
What's on that
What's on the
flag?
flag? A flag?
The American flag.
On the
Oh.
ground.
It's propaganda film.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't clock
Propaganda
that.
film.
Captain America did drop the flag on the ground.
That's true. You can't fly that again.
But also,
And he also picked it up like craziness.
I know.
he gripped that thing too.
Yoink.
know. Sweaty.
Came
What?
off so easy.
What did he have to do? Get the flag. He had to get the flag. He did not cheat. That's thinking outside the box.
He's thinking outside the box, sure. Or just climb the damn pole.
I think that was the point.
You
is
do
that
it all
no-
sweaty.
Can you climb a pole right now? Could you do it?
I could.
Yeah.
Don't say that, dude. I'll go find a pole right now.
I could
We're
definitely climb a pole.
After we
There's
film this
poles
episode,
right there. Can these support beams? I could absolutely climb that.
After we film this episode, we're gonna go outside.
do rock
I'm going
climbing.
to record it. We're gonna add it. And if Jacob Kelly can actually climb a flagpole, it's gonna go right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I wouldn't even hesitate.
Cut back. He's like all bloody and everything. I'm like, oh,
We're in the hospital.
Julian, find me a flagpole.
Jarvis.
But
See?
Oh,
also,
oh. I did it. I made the reference.
credit where credit is due. His name's Leander Dini,
Who?
Skinny Steve,
Oh.
Oh.
which that effect holds up very well.
Okay.
I was like, how did
You
they
don't
get this
agree?
man's face on this 12-year-old body?
No, they did good. I think I can definitely like. I'm also like
do better. I could do better.
No, I could not do better.
Give me Da Vinci in
I
a
can
minute.
definitely see moments where anytime it ever cracks, I will pick it up.
Anytime that
I-
he was shirtless, it was kind of strange.
I definitely have an eye for like special effects being like something's a little off, and I'm usually like
Uncanny Valley.
I can't build special effects that way. I'm not a special effects artist, but I've refined my eye enough to be able to usually identify when a special effect is not peak.
Mhm.
And so like there were multiple moments where the head would move, and I would be like, okay. But honestly, to be honest, it's very, very good. It's
Especially
very,
for the
very, very, very,
time,
very good for what it is.
Bold. Like that is.
It's
I
very
think
good
it
for what it is.
I think the what they chose to show the difference is like so extreme to the point where like I almost didn't believe it. I am one of those like nasty people that likes to pause a movie and read the screen.
Oh,
So
Wait, read
like-
this. What do you mean?
yeah, so like in like the opening scene, he's like trying to like enlist. He's in Paramus, New
Yeah.
Jersey, and they show
That was
his-
crazy when I heard that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I was like,
Shout out
Remember
to,
that? Yeah.
shout out to the town over.
They show like a list of his like medical problems, and they are. I was like, how is he standing right now? Because he has
Captain America
like
got asthma.
scarlet fever, asthma, like chronic colds. He's like
Huh.
malnourished. He had like exposure to tuberculosis. He's got like this like rattle of things. It's not like, oh, he was exposed to TB and he's underweight and he has asthma. It was like he's got like serious health issues. Like
Captain America was not making it to the end of that year.
no,
That was-
seriously,
if the war didn't get him, the flu would.
The
right?
super soldier serum saved his life.
If they did not give him that serum, he would not have made it out of boot camp. He would have.
Damn, I never
Yeah.
even noticed that.
It was bad.
I
Well,
didn't
he
catch
was
that stuff
having an
either.
asthma attack when they dropped the barbed wire on him. He was like coughing and wheezing.
Oh, I didn't even pick up. Yeah.
They would have done that like a exercise with the pepper spray, and he would have puked and never gotten back up.
It could be also why they picked him, just to see like could it improve.
Like could
if it
any
kills
schmuck we
them-
pick out of a hospital that
Yeah,
doesn't know?
like could we turn them into like a god?
Which again, propaganda film. It's like-
donate your body to your government.
Yeah. And I'm like almost waiting for them to spin it in a way that they're like, wait guys, the government is bad. And being like they say in the movie, they're like, as far as I'm concerned, like that body belongs to America.
I'm
Like,
very interested to see what you have to say about Captain America: Winter Soldier.
So
Yeah,
I don't think it's a spoiler in saying this, but the Captain America movies are like political thrillers. Like, if you think like, if you know like the Guardians of the Galaxy, that's like your sci-fi
mm,
space movies. Captain America is like they are political, especially like the next Captain America is like
oh yeah.
it's a
The
political.
Captain
movie.
America
these
trilogy.
might have to be my favorite. I love
The
political
Captain America
movies.
trilogy is like a top 5 trilogy of all time for me. Up there
Yeah.
with like
Yeah, it's
Pirates
like
of
each
the
one gets better.
Caribbean.
Well, it depends. The second and third
Ooh.
one are both like.
I'm
They're both
jazzed.
incredible.
But there's two characters in the movie we haven't talked about. There's the guy from Mamma Mia, Tony Stark's father.
Oh yes, I forget. He's in Mamma Mia.
Yeah, he's in both of them.
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark, and I forget the actor's name. Dominic.
DeCoco. I don't know why I said that. No.
You said it with confidence.
no, I don't. Sorry, I don't.
And Peggy Carter.
And Peggy. Yeah, we haven't talked enough about Peggy. Peggy's badass.
Wow.
Peggy shooting at that car, bam, bam, bam.
And by the way, the person I watched this with knows what shade of lipstick she wears.
What is
It's a new generation 105 feels so grand. It was a fact that they dropped on me while we watched this.
what
So,
is it again?
A new generation 105 feels so grand. Would you like me to get you one?
Not
Yes.
opposed.
Speaking of Peggy
uh,
Carter,
Go ahead.
are you
Wow.
team Peggy Carter or team Bucky Barnes?
Oh, this is good.
Because when
Like,
I wrote that in my notes, I did surround Bucky Barnes in hearts because I'm team Bucky Barnes.
Okay.
Like who he's like closer with?
No.
Like
Romance. Who does he belong with?
You know what I'm talking about.
Maddox. Who should he be with?
I feel like
Because I have notes under this too if you need some supporting details.
he loves Peggy.
Romantically.
Compat.
Huh?
Compat.
Compat?
Compat.
Pet like PET?
Guys, I'm about to introduce you to some queer theory right now.
Thank you.
So compet is basically what happens, especially with people that like are not to terms of their sexuality or like kind of new to it, and they're like, oh, this man is funny and I am a woman, I guess I can be in love with you. And then they like convince themselves like this is the relationship that's good for me and that I want because this is like an objectively attractive person of the opposite sex. And then that's like where the romance happens. But how many notes do I have about Bucky Barnes in here? Several.
Oh, so you're saying that is Captain America and Peggy's relationship?
Yeah, I think it's doomed to fail. Well, I guess it did fail. Is she dead?
Doomsday's coming.
At the end of
that's a
a
hard question now.
Well, hold on now, because the multiverse, we are in the multiverse right now. There's a chance Cap and Bucky, at least in the multiverse, it is a story to be told.
in the multiverse, they are lovers.
It's out there.
And at the end of the movie, when he puts a picture up and he's like, "I'm gonna crash this," in the movie,
What if it was a
it's
picture of
Bucky.
Sebastian Stan?
It's a picture of Sebastian Stan.
I think that if they changed, like if Captain America was like born in the 2000s,
Mm.
and most of the events were the same, different war, World War III.
Mm.
You know what's funny? It's actually shockingly, I just did a quick Google search. There's actually not a comic yet.
Of Bucky and Steve
Yeah.
being
Nice.
gay.
Listen,
Also known as Stucky. Oh, that's a little.
that's gross.
Okay. No,
Okay,
I see where they're going with that.
I have listen. Here are my sporting details.
Ooh, my.
Listen, Bucky Barnes is sexually sterilized by the narrative immediately after Steve Rogers is getting all buff. He has no girlfriend. He doesn't talk about women, and he fails to flirt with Peggy Carter.
But no. Wait.
And then dancing becomes an analogy for doing it, and they don't even dance.
Fondue.
And fondue, and they did not even fond dip.
I didn't realize that it was cheese. I thought fondue was like a chocolate.
Oh, it can be. That's chocolate fondue, but fondue
It's just cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, I've never. Is it like a cheese fountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never had cheese fondue?
No, I haven't had the pleasure.
Let's get lunch after.
We're gonna
this.
get fondue.
We're gonna get fondue after this recording.
Wow, crusty crew.
we're gonna climb a flagpole, and if you succeed,
I
we'll
get to
treat you
have
to
fondue.
If you don't succeed, we'll be in the hospital, and they don't usually have fondue.
I know
there.
it. Yeah, I understand. Stakes are high, and this
Yeah.
isn't. This is the
Stakes are
opportunity.
high, and so are flags.
Oh,
So
America!
let's see who comes out on top.
So Peggy
I'm
Carter.
okay with them being
Peggy
gay.
Carter.
I'm okay with them being gay.
He is more upset when he finds out that Bucky dies than when he wakes up in the 21st century.
He had a date though. He does.
He does drop you as a date. Wait, but he never says with who. No,
He-
no.
Oh.
But he
no,
didn't. But
sides.
he wasn't.
Whoa.
No, Peggy, I have a date. He went. Huh, I have a date. Oh man, I had a date. And then when Bucky dies, he's like drinking himself into oblivion. He's like, I can't even get drunk. My body is too strong.
Does he ever mention Peggy in the Avengers?
No.
Does he ever mention Peggy Carter in the Avengers?
Wait. He does. This is all
They
deleted
mention
scene.
Bucky Barnes though. They mention Bucky Barnes though.
In the Avengers?
Oh yeah.
This legs, man. This might have legs, bro. This might have legs.
He doesn't know it. I don't think he knows that he's gay.
Compact.
But another allegory for America. America's gay.
Wow, I love Green Day.
Yep.
I missed
Wow.
that one. That was, I like Green Day. I must have missed that song.
Well, it has a slur in the song, so I won't sing it for you.
Okay.
Not when there's 4 cameras pointed at me.
Yeah.
No, go right ahead.
This is just space.
But no, but there's the American Idiot song. They're talking.
Oh,
about, yeah.
that song. Yeah. I've listened to that.
Yeah.
Oh,
They played it at the Super Bowl.
yes, I did. I didn't realize
America's
that's
gay.
the song you're referencing. I'll be honest, I started looking at my notes. I kind of zoned out for a minute.
There were a lot of layers that I had to jump through to get to that specific
No,
joke.
America's been gay the whole time. And
That's what
Green
I've-
Day
that's
was the
what I've
first to
been
call
saying.
it out.
I have been saying Team Peggy Carter or Team Bucky Barnes. Team Bucky Barnes surrounded by hearts. I know what I'm talking about.
I respect Peggy Carter. I like Peggy Carter. I think Peggy
Yeah.
Carter deserves the world. I'm
Peggy
okay with
Carter
Stucky.
should have been on that dream team
What dream team?
when he Captain America's going with Bucky Barnes in the
Oh,
and the
she should have
hijack
ran
group.
with them.
Yeah, she's like
She was serving as much death as
she's 1942's
bam,
Hawkeye.
bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
but she was a woman.
Okay, Black
Sure.
Widow.
Black Widow wasn't around at the time.
All right, 1942, guys.
well, who's to say?
She was.
By the way, she was like that's
stone
not
cold
wasn't my call.
serious,
That
like-
wasn't. Let me be clear. That wasn't my call.
Yeah, no,
That was
But she's
America's
a
call.
woman.
Let me
She's
be
a woman.
clear. That was-
America decided.
that was not my choice. That was-
No, it's a good thing you said that, Maddox. I think we were all
Clip that,
like,
clip
why'd
that,
you
clip
do that to America, dude?
That's gonna make the Instagram reel.
yeah.
yeah, right. I'm just taking it out of context,
It was America's decision for women to not have power.
and we stand by that.
Thanks, Captain America.
I put Bucky Barnes in hearts for a reason.
I'm okay with Cap possibly being gay.
Mhm.
I think he's confused for the rest of the MCU, and that'll be my own personal headcanon.
I think
You've
there's
convinced me. It's enough
there's
for me.
almost like he like mirrors Tony Stark in a way,
Mhm.
and it starts in Captain America, like Captain America: The First Avenger, and I think that like upplays like all this like homosexual tension because all of the like interesting dynamics that he has, even that are just friendships, are male centered. Like if you think
The
about
Howling
like
Commandos.
his like relationship with Peggy Carter, it's very like calm. Like they knew each other and
Mm.
then
Romance.
there was romance. Shocker. Bucky Barnes.
The whole time. That's
Come
that's
on,
natural chemistry.
Childhood best friend.
They fought for each other.
He goes, "Ooh, I thought you were smaller."
He protects him in the alley.
Oh my gosh, they're in love. They have that moment where they're like, "Hold on, I'm coming for you," and then he falls.
And
No, I'm not
also-
leaving without you.
And also talk
Yeah.
about how on a dime Peggy flips.
Right,
Like when the one
that random chick.
yeah, the front desk woman or
The one
whatever.
from Game of Thrones.
She's from Game of Thrones.
I haven't
Mhm.
seen Game of Thrones. Actually, I saw the first episode.
I saw the first episode. I saw the same
Oh,
thing.
okay, that's fine.
But
Natalie, I forget.
sure, it's not Portman.
I forget.
Yeah, but
But-
she's like, "You're welcome to wait over here by my desk."
yeah.
And then when
Sucker.
they go through the shield or whatever, and she fucking shoots him. What if that shield didn't work? You just killed the most expensive project. You know what I mean?
Maybe
He
she already
would've
knew.
been
Maybe
fine.
she knew that the shield was what it was.
You better hope you picked
Oh,
up the
yeah,
right one.
It's freaking what's it called? Vibranium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if the shield dented, she would have been like, no,
Well,
know?
doesn't it?
no,
Well, because
Just
he
scuff
paints it and
marks.
it gets all scuffed.
just
Oh,
scuff marks.
It was
man.
like immediate from that. And I was like, "That's funny."
yeah, it just left two dirty like dust, like gunpowder smudges.
Me personally, in defense of Team Peggy Carter, if the love of my life shot at me and it left 3 like dents in my shield, I wouldn't paint them either. Like I would frame around them and I would go, "My love."
I think.
shot me."
I think also,
Is that your
if
love
the
language?
shield was
Getting
not,
shot, yeah.
Minimal threat.
if
Yeah.
the shield was not made of vibranium,
Mhm.
and it was a successful shield, it would have ricocheted probably.
It bounces and hits her, and she's like, "Fuck!" She's like, "That's not what I."
It's like that's how bad it was that she's like, "I have nothing to live for." Like I hope
That's
it-
crazy. Is that assisted suicide?
Well,
Is
she's
that-
she's like a marksman technically. Like
Yeah.
she's like that's how
Yeah.
she's characterized. So I bet I don't know. In my heart, I know that she can dodge it. She should have been like out there killing with them instead of looking at maps and then just having lipstick on.
I see.
Yeah, they gave her a gun and they let her shoot it and be good at it. And I wish they let her do.
They're
more.
not doing good with their women right now, is what you're saying.
We're on the road to improvement, but we've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Well, they do spin this off. I haven't seen it, but they do have a Peggy Carter show
I seen
that
it.
went for
I think it's just 2 seasons.
2 seasons.
I believe maybe just 1, but I think it was 2.
It's not on the list. Are we getting to that?
Is it on the list?
I
I guess it's
don't
on the list
remember.
now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But yeah, I think they spin it off and they kind of tell the story of after Captain America,
After Cap.
after he went to the ice.
Yeah, when after he's gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then just her being like, "Dang, that's a bummer."
It's mostly about her and Howard Stark. Oh, and Jarvis, like before he was a robot.
Pardon?
Oh yeah, because that actor.
Jarvis is like a real butler of like the family.
So like how Iron Man has the HUD
Yeah.
voice, that was a person.
That makes so much sense why he has such like sass and opinion.
Well, that's genuinely just an AI that has this person's voice. He's not like necessarily like charactered after him.
So they don't have the same personality?
Actually,
Stark
no,
just
they,
has some
they,
kinda
I would
issue?
say that they do. Jarvis is pretty sassy. Jarvis is good. Jarvis, yeah, he's
It's a little bit more of like his father's like quip,
yeah,
which is like a little bit more toned
a
down.
little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit of that.
Frighten the Nazis, huh?
That's Sierra, yeah.
Frighten the Nazis, see?
Yeah, I mean, kid, you bother me.
Get in the cage, kid. We're gonna stick you with some needles.
Yeah.
By the way, I think that the last fight, like the end fight,
With Cap and the Red Skull.
a little underwhelming.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I just like,
they're doing their best.
I mean, he grabs the cube, he shoots away.
Think about the bomb.
It kind of reminded me of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Go ahead. Go ahead. That's okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like, they're like, we're the big bad villains, big reveal, and then we
Mhm.
get in a thing and fly away. Eggman does that. In
Oh.
Sonic.
Eggman's red, Captain America's blue.
Uh,
You've got a couple theories right
they're
now.
both they're both scientists.
Oh, keep it going.
Oh. Actually, that's where it ended for me.
Red Skull's kind of he's the that kills. So really, he's more just a fascist, which I would say Dr. Eggman is a fascist.
Jim
I think
Carrey.
he's still even if
Well,
he kills other Nazis.
No, I guess you're.
I
I'm
think
not
that
saying
he's just a Nazi who is also a murderer,
well,
which
they're
most
all-
Nazis are.
which most of them are. But he's a Nazi that's not a Nazi anymore. He's a Hydra, which is like its own Nazi thing.
Right? Isn't that
So-
just a sub Nazi? That's like being like,
sub-
I'm Nazi, I'm just
I'm a-
part of the secret police.
I'm like a more powerful Nazi.
Dude, how many
That's-
times was that
that's-
word just said right there?
Are
Holy
you talking
crap.
about-
Holy shit.
He's a super Nazi, right? If Captain America is a propagandic
Yeah,
character for
so
the
is-
United States,
Can you not do one without the other? One is a Nazi propagandist, and one is an American propagandist. Is that what you're about to say?
well, it wasn't necessarily Nazi versus the Americans.
Oh,
Let's
that's
get that
right.
clear.
My bad. You're right. Really,
I just
there's
checked him. I
there's
just-
a lot more. There's a lot more going on in
Do you
that.
think Hitler
That's right.
liked him?
World War II is doing a lot. Red Skull.
Like
well, yes,
Red
he was.
Skull?
That's why he was
Yeah.
appointed the lead of Hydra.
Well, it wasn't
Like, did they ever like
Hitler
have a mirror?
canonically was like, oh, Hydra has had too many things to play. That was kind of Russian.
Well, no. Well, because he
He's
right.
Iron Man too.
Red Skull.
It's really just Red Skull the whole time.
Red Skull was a scientist, and then he was appointed the lead of Hydra by Hitler. So he was like a lead Nazi, but he was more interested in science than whatever Nazis were doing. So that's why he was ready to also take them out.
I just love the idea of Red Skull being like, yo, this Adolf guy's fucking crazy. Like,
I don't fuck with this
Historically,
guy.
though,
They're not my friend.
most high-ranking
don't
Nazis
know.
were also really into science.
Oh,
So that is so.
well,
There is also a video game called Frambo, which has a lot of like similar like Nazi
Called?
themes. Frambo.
okay,
It's by the same people that did Little Misfortune. If you're
okay.
familiar with
No,
that.
I'm not familiar.
Frambo, one of my favorite games of all time. Great game, really creepy. But
Frambo?
there is Fran FRAN space BOW.
there's where the problem.
Okay.
So anyway, there's a big thing with like Nazis is they would do experiments on people
Yeah.
and they would like do experiments, a lot of like twin experiments.
Yeah,
so
I
it was like
remember
a
this.
lot of like yes.
That's what the Zack and Cody movie was about. Twin experiments.
Yes.
So,
I was about to be like,
what
what
it's
version
not-
did
yeah,
you watch?
So I feel like there's a lot of like immoral science
Sure.
and like morbid curiosity and curiosity specifically about the human body and what it's capable of that is
Okay.
tied to a lot of like
Scientists.
very
Right.
Nazi.
No, I remember that. I mean, that's the whole plot of the Outlast video game.
Mm.
Is like scientists that just like honestly do exactly what you just said,
Yeah.
and it's just really scary.
One thing I did like about the last fight, because no one asked, and the dude getting fucking murked by the propeller.
Propeller death is sick as fuck,
Dude, between that and the Titanic one, bro,
Yeah, sick as fuck.
Predator was like
I've never seen Titanic.
that was red mist. That
Well,
was crazy.
Titanic, it's not spinning.
Dude just flings off it.
He
This
just
one, I was like,
Bing, and then
I
like,
was like,
woo.
whoa, Marvel had balls on that one. That was fucking awesome.
It was awesome. No, he becomes nothing but dust.
I
in the
really
rain.
enjoyed like a lot of the action elements in this movie, which I
Yeah.
typically don't, but I really liked how they did it in this
For
movie.
having the shield be probably mostly CG at the time where he's like not throwing something,
Mhm.
it feels like when someone gets hit with that, like their fucking ribs crack. You know what I mean?
Crushed. No, you're crushed.
Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
so Captain America's one of your favorite. What is your favorite of
the MCU
Yeah.
superhero. Yeah.
So, what is something in this movie that is just different from the ones we watched that really you liked? Because this is like very interesting because it's
it's the
a character you
character
really
of
like.
Captain America as well. You know, like I
Mhm.
think that the character of Captain America really, really resonated with me. I had the Avengers DVD growing up, and there was like these character interviews, and I think Chris Evans said it best, where he was just like, Captain America is just good for the sake of being good. And it's the same reason why the Superman movie made me cry. The one that just came out. Like I think it's just like it's a really great.
Did we both just mug the camera right there?
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was like insane. I caught that on my corner of my eye.
I was like, I didn't want to interrupt to say I haven't seen it because I've
It's okay.
only ever been saying I haven't seen it to every movie that you mentioned.
Right.
So I just did one of those like.
The Incredible Hulk is better. I'm totally
Well,
kidding. I'm totally joking.
I
I'm totally
respect your
joking.
opinion,
piss
but
me
I
off
would
right
disagree.
now.
It'd be
Totally
crazy.
joking.
No,
Don't
and
piss
Superman's
me
not
off
even
right
like an
now.
emotional movie. Like I would never expect anyone else to watch like Superman and cry. But for some reason, it just like hit me at the right time, right place in the right time. And I think that Captain America hits that same like nerve in my body where I'm just like, he's just a good person. Also, there's like the whole nationalist conversation, or like the way that he is a propaganda prop for the government. But in the same breath, it's not just about being a good soldier; it's about being a good person. That's like that's what he's always fighting to do and always fighting to be. And the way that plays out for the rest of the franchise is just really, really powerful, especially when he has to go and have a conversation with his government, and it's empowering. I think that the long story of it is I didn't have a father growing up, and so I have these comics, and so I stand by that. I don't really know what to say. Not that I didn't have a dad, but this was like a much better role model for me. And
Captain America.
well, I think superheroes in
Red
general.
Skull.
I think like these characters
Hitler.
had deeper impacts on me. And I'm just I also grew up in a comic store, so I read a lot of them. And
Sorry, my
Oh,
left
dude,
you.
bless up.
I'm laughing at you. Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
I did it quietly.
I
I did quietly right into the mic. It's weird.
Terrible.
love Captain America.
So, I'm not laughing at your story.
Cut the camera.
I'm not laughing at your story. But so after
What the hell is this?
After the credits, after the credits is a trailer for the Avengers, which is I've never seen something like that happen before.
Yeah.
That's
the
cool.
heck? Wait.
No, I understand what you're saying. No, I can understand. I can understand. I'm like sweating right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you're being so heartfelt. I'm so sorry. Like Jacob, I do like you. I do like you.
No, sorry. I don't know. I really like the shock in the Paul's face, which is like,
Well, I had a dad and I liked Captain America.
I didn't know that could happen. I really.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, I guess I don't like superheroes in general, but like, I mean, I'm open to the possibility.
Oh,
We were a Star Wars family.
that's right. No, which is may the force be with you.
And also with you.
Now, actually, after the credits, there is a trailer for the Avengers,
Yes.
which I guess they were filming
At the same time.
at the same time. I remember seeing Captain America in theaters and never seeing something like that. I'm thinking it's gonna be a scene or whatever.
Mhm.
Seeing a trailer. So when I saw it when I was like I was probably like 11 or 10, I thought like the movie was about to start. So I was like, are they about to play the Avengers movie?
right into it.
And then it was like May of 2012, and I was like, well, fuck. I didn't say that because I was a good
That's a
boy.
long time
I
ago.
was like,
Say, well, fart.
oh, fart.
Ah, farts.
Avengers was the first movie where people clapped
Yeah.
at the end of it for
That's
me.
the first movie people clapped.
That I saw. I should have said, in my experience, like the first movie I saw in theaters where people clapped at the end of it.
Wow, I didn't see this in theaters. I saw this in my friend's living room.
That's great
while
news.
Her dad's had blocked half the screen.
Oh, the same day.
Yeah, well, he was legally blind, so it's not really his fault.
I wouldn't hold it against him.
Well, not Avengers. I'm talking about Captain America. I realized there was confusion there.
Right.
Watch Avengers for the first time. Just,
The other day.
oh yeah.
I got the joke you were doing. I got the joke.
Thank you. I'm glad
So-
you were listening.
Jacob, I feel like this is going to be a little interesting.
Yeah.
Where would you rate it?
For me, the first Captain America movie is definitely a 9. I think I like almost everything about it. It was my favorite MCU movie for a really long time. I think really I think the aesthetic really resonated with me. I also, I was when this movie was more relevant to my life. I was also playing the Mafia video game, so I think this era was just very much just playing in my head. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9. I want to give it a 10, but I know what it's up against.
Mm-hmm.
So
It'll be
Yeah.
interesting to
Yeah.
see what, because again, you like Captain America as a character.
yeah,
It'll be interesting to see how that
it evolves.
absolutely. But
Right.
what about you?
I think I'm gonna give it an 8 because at the beginning of the film I didn't think that the whole thing was going to be 1942 or that we're gonna come back to 21st century.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised. And I
Mm.
was real thrilled. And I had a great old time in this period piece sci-fi stuff. I thought it was great.
Mhm.
I think it loses points because he didn't kiss Bucky Barnes. And simply because
We'll wait till the Avengers. No, I'm just kidding.
right. Right. And then there were a couple cheesy moments where I was like, I didn't buy that. Yeah, I think 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. What about you?
Give it like a 7.
That's fine. There's nothing
I
wrong
think
with that.
Yeah.
it to me,
7, 8, 9.
Iron Man's
That's why he's
still
favorite.
the highest for me at an 8,
Okay,
but Captain America's right below it
that's fine.
Mm.
at the moment.
You're Team Iron Man.
I didn't.
We don't have to get into this because I'm so clearly Team Cap.
That's gonna be interesting.
Mhm.
But here's my thing: is I didn't realize how good this movie was. I will say that. I haven't watched it in a while, and I was watching. I'm like, this is this. I didn't know why I wasn't gonna enjoy it. But I was like, this is a good ass movie. I'm like, this is really good.
Rocks.
But yeah, I don't know, 7. But it's right under Iron Man.
That's fine.
If I had to rewatch 2 of them right now, it would be one of those.
It's my favorite from Phase
Both of
1.
Really?
I mean, maybe Avengers, but Avengers,
Avengers is come on,
we'll get into a different conversation about that.
yeah. But do you have any other notes or?
I mean, not really. I think I have. I mean, I had a lot of notes, but it's really not necessary for me to go step by step and everything. I was, thinking. I think I had a date is really good, and they will get to dance again because you can't give up on that romance,
Even if it means crushing the multiverse.
even if it means crushing Bucky Barnes' heart. But I think that there's a chance in the multiverse for this to happen, so I'm okay with that.
But, well, as always, thanks for joining me, guys.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us.
I am that Jacob K on all social media platforms, so you can find me there.
SarahDingle.C0M.
And I'm at Brand Michael Maddox. And thanks for watching.
Avengers.
I got that joke.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.